This video is designed to help you start a chocolate business. At the end of the video, you'll find a valuable gift. It's a chocolate business plan that you can download, and will lay down for you, step by step, everything you need to know to start a successful chocolate of your own. If you are new to this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. Target market. The target market for a chocolate making business is individuals who like chocolate and can vary based on the types of chocolates that you make. Entertainment venues or caterers are also potential customers, as well as flower shops and retailers. There are several specific skills that you will need to run a chocolate business. Chocolate making. Your chocolates need to be great to stand out, so perfect your recipes by testing them with friends and family. An eye for design. Your packaging and even your chocolate products should be visually appealing. Good taste. Creating new flavors and styles that your customers want is important to keep them coming back. Small business knowledge and experience. You will need to have some basic knowledge of marketing, finance, and human resources. Networking with potential business customers, such as caterers, can help you to grow your business. Customer service. You'll need to be able to build rapport with your customers so that you retain them as customers and gain repeat business and referrals. Starting a chocolate business can be an incredibly rewarding experience, but it's important to make sure you're prepared for the challenges ahead. Write your business plan. After coming up with the idea, the next step in starting your chocolate making business should be to write a business plan. The business plan will make you focus on some important aspects of the business, such as who your customers are, how you plan to reach them, projecting sales and expenses, your value proposition to use for marketing, and more. You'll also need to do some research to calculate exactly what your startup expenses will be, and what your ongoing expenses will be. Name the business. Finding the perfect chocolate business name can be challenging. Not only does the name have to reflect what you do, and be appealing to customers, but it also has to be available to use. You can check your state's website to see if the name is available, and register your name. Your name should make you stand out, reflect your brand, and tell potential customers exactly what you do. Location. If you choose to have a physical location for your chocolate business, you need to be in a high foot traffic area. Chocolates can be an impulse purchase, so the more people you have walked by, the better. Marketing. The type of marketing a chocolate business will need to do will largely depend on who its target customer is and the volume of products being sold. A smaller, home-based operation may focus on farmers markets or at events, while a retail location may focus more on individuals. A chocolate business focusing on making mass quantities and selling through retail stores will need to work with a distributor and market through other channels. Common marketing techniques can include social media marketing, online advertising, and networking. Photographing gourmet chocolates is also a great way to market your products, and regularly using photo-sharing sites like Instagram and Pinterest can create a loyal following. Developing a website can be a significant expense, but it can also give your chocolate business greater visibility online. However, if you have a physical location, your foot traffic will be key, so you need to have great signage and appealing window displays. Hiring employees. You will probably need employees to run your chocolate business, particularly if you have a brick-and-mortar store. In addition to salary costs, your budget will also need to include other employee-related expenses. Workman's comp insurance, unemployment insurance, and paid time off are common expenses that a business will need to cover when hiring staff. How profitable is a chocolate business? As a boutique chocolate business, you can charge anywhere from $10 to $15 per pound, or even up to $30 per pound for fine chocolates. Your margins should be around 55 to 75%. If you have a successful chocolate business in a great location, you could make six figures or more. Be sure to research what your competitors create to see if there is anything missing in your markets, such as caramels, hard candies, or truffles. Menu. While it is important to keep your offerings new and fresh, to hold the interest of returning customers, you should also work to put together a basic menu, so you can know what supplies and equipment you need. Decide what you want your niche to be. Will you create rustic-looking handmade chocolates, or will your products have a more polished, gourmet appearance? In some markets, there may be demand for organic or single-origin chocolate, which is chocolate made from cacao beans sourced from a single geographic region or crop. If your focus ends up being on unique or unusual flavors, you may want to consider including some basic milk chocolate flavors for children and less adventurous customers. Once you develop your basic menu, be sure to stay on top of chocolate and food trends, so you can keep your offerings current. After you know what variety of chocolate you will carry, truffles, bars, and fudge, are just a few of the options you may consider. You will need to decide on packaging. Pre-packaged gift boxes may sell well around the holidays, but many customers will want to pick out their own flavors. These can be sold in lined cardboard boxes, bags, and clamshells, or be wrapped in cellophane. You may wish to offer specialty boxes or wrapping for gift items, or seasonal wrapping for holidays such as Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, or Christmas. In addition to packaging, you will need to decide on pricing. Some chocolate shops price by the piece, while others sell by weight. Whichever you decide on, you may wish to add incentives to buy certain sizes, such as a minor discount if you buy a half dozen truffles, instead of 5 individual pieces. The next part of the video is not specific to a chocolate business. Nevertheless, this knowledge is essential for success in the chocolate business, as well as in any other business. Ignore it at your own peril. Operating a successful chocolate business will depend on the following 4 conventions. 1. A practical plan, with a solid foundation. 2. Dedication, and willingness to sacrifice, to reach your goal. 3. Technical skills. 4. Basic knowledge of management, finance, record keeping and market analysis. As a new owner, you will need to master these skills and techniques if your business is to be successful. Finding a niche. Small businesses range in size from a manufacturer, with many employees, and millions of dollars in equipment, to the lone window washer, with a bucket and a sponge. Obviously, the knowledge and skills, required for these two extremes, are far apart, but for success they have one thing in common. Each has found a business niche, and is filling it. The most critical problems you will face, in your early planning, will be to find your niche, and determine the feasibility of your idea. Get into the right business at the right time, is very good advice, but following that advice may be difficult. Many entrepreneurs plunge into a business venture, so blinded by the dream, that they fail to thoroughly evaluate its potential. Is your business idea feasible? Before you invest time, effort, and money, the following exercise will help you separate sound ideas from those bearing a high potential for failure. Identify and briefly describe the business you plan to start. Identify the product or service you plan to sell. Answering yes to any of the following 3 questions means you are on the right track. A negative answer to all of them means the road ahead could be rough. 1. Does your product or service satisfy an unfilled need? 2. Will your product or service serve an existing market in which demand exceeds supply? 3. Will your product or service be competitive based on its quality, selection, price, or location? Market analysis. For a small business to be successful, the owner must know the market. To learn the market, you must analyze it, a process that takes time and effort. You don't have to be a trained statistician to analyze the marketplace, nor does the analysis have to be costly. Analyzing the market is a way to gather facts about potential customers, and to determine the demand for your product or service. The more information you gather, the greater your chances of capturing a segment of the market. Know the market before investing your time and money in any business venture. The following questions will help you collect the information necessary to analyze your market, and determine if your product or service will sell. This brief exercise will give you a good idea of the kind of market planning you need to do. An answer of no to any of the questions indicates a weakness in your plan, so do your research until you can answer each question with a yes. 1. Do you know who your customers will be? 2. Do you understand their needs and desires? 3. Do you know where they live? 4. Will you be offering the kind of products or services that they will buy? 5. Will your prices be competitive in quality and value? 6. Will your promotional program be effective? 7. Do you understand how your business compares with your competitors? 8. Will your business be conveniently located for the people you plan to serve? 9. Will there be adequate parking facilities for the people you plan to serve? Planning your startup. The following questions are grouped according to function. They are designed to help you prepare for opening day. Merchandise. Have you decided what items you will sell or produce, or what services you will provide? Have you made a merchandise plan, based upon estimated sales, to determine the amount of inventory you will need to control purchases? Have you found reliable suppliers, who will assist you in the startup? Have you compared the prices, quality, and credit terms of suppliers? Business records. Are you prepared to maintain complete records of sales, income and expenses, accounts payable, and receivables? Have you determined how to handle payroll records, tax reports, and payments? Do you know what financial reports should be prepared, and how to prepare them? Finances. A large number of small businesses fail each year. There are a number of reasons for these failures, but one of the main reasons is insufficient funds. Too many entrepreneurs try to start and operate a business without sufficient capital, money. To avoid this dilemma, you can review your situation by analyzing the following 3 questions. 1. How much money do you have? 2. How much money will you need to start your business? 3. How much money will you need to stay in business? In order to answer the second question, how much money will you need to start your business? You need to prepare an estimate of all your startup costs. Here is a list of items you may need to take into account. Note that this list is for a retail business. Items will vary for service, construction, manufacturing or online firms. Decorating and remodeling, fixtures and equipment, installing fixtures and equipment, services and supplies, beginning inventory cost, legal, professional fees, licenses and permits, telephone utility deposits, insurance, signs, advertising for opening, unanticipated expenses. Now, the answer to the third question, how much money will you need to stay in business? Must be divided into 2 parts, immediate costs, and future costs. From the moment the door to your new business opens, a certain amount of income may come in. However, this income should not be projected in your operating expenses. You will need enough money available to cover costs for at least the first 3 months of operation. The following list will help you project your operating expenses on a monthly basis. Typical expenses for 1 month may include your living costs, employee wages, rent, advertising, supplies, utilities, insurance, taxes, maintenance, delivery, transportation, miscellaneous. Now sum up the total estimated monthly expenses, and multiply it by 3. This is the amount of cash you will need to cover operating expenses for 3 months. Deposit this amount in a savings account before opening your business. Use it only for those purposes listed in the above list, because this money will ensure that you will be able to continue in business during the crucial early stages. By adding the total startup costs to the total expenses for 3 months, you can learn what the estimated costs will be to start and operate your business for 3 months. By subtracting the totals of the lists from the cash available, you can determine the amount of additional financing you may need, if any. Now you will need to estimate your operating expenses for the first year after startup. The first step in determining your annual expenses is to estimate your sales volume, month by month. Next, determine the cost of sales. You may want to use a spreadsheet to do this. After startup, the primary source of revenue in your business will be from sales, but your sales will vary from month to month because of seasonal patterns and other factors. It is important to determine if your monthly sales will produce enough income to pay each month's bills. An estimated cash flow projection will show if the monthly cash balance is going to be subject to such factors as the following: failure to recognize seasonal trends, excessive cash taken from the business for living expenses, too rapid expansion, and slow collection of accounts if credit is extended to customers. Conclusion: if you have carefully answered all the questions in this video, you have seriously thought about your goal. However, there may be some things you may feel you need to know more about. Owning and running a chocolate business is a continuous learning process. Research your idea, and do as much as you can, yourself, but don't hesitate to seek help from people who can tell you what you need to know. As we conclude this video, it's time you get your free chocolate business plan gift. Go to the description below this video to get it now. It is completely free, no strings attached. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and hit the subscribe button for more videos like this.